Okay. Right. We're going to get going with our Kung Fu weapon training.
Switch on the mic.
Yeah. Do we have sound? Yeah. Okay. Right. Here we go, guys. Bow. So the plan is work on the weapon routines that you've been doing. I will come round to each person in turn. Have a good look at the routine and give you the best feedback that I can. Kyle, how far are you with the Xuanyang cane now?
So I forget, because I can get, today I tried it, I got to, yeah, the circle.
There. Around about the same place.
I couldn't remember the flip.
Yeah. No worries. Okay, we'll sort that out. Okay, guys. So get yourselves started. I'll come and have a look. Who wants to be first? You're going first, are you? Okay. All right. Okay. So here we go. Yeah. Stay relaxed and flow as smoothly as you can. Keep your chin tucked down. That's it. That's good. Okay, that's good. That's good for now. So the first thing, you're quite controlled. You're going slow, probably slower than you need to go, and it's a kind of very controlled movement, which means that you're holding back your energy. It's not a very natural movement. So we want to aim for a movement that's more natural, more flowing, and just lets the energy go. That's the business point of the stick. And we just want to basically release energy. It's just like throwing a punch. You don't put the punch there. The whole point about throwing it is to throw something, you've got to let go. With this, you've got to let go. Just let it move. And don't hold it back. Yeah, don't hold it back. The left hand is just sliding down the back of the weapon as it comes out. And this one is quite an upward movement. It's going from down to up, sloping up. Yeah. You could be hitting the inside of the leg, you could be hitting the base of the rib cage. Lots of places. There's ways you can hit somebody's wrist if they're coming for you with a weapon. Not really a great one for hitting the head usually because you'd catch it on the shoulder. You can't just go straight up and hit the head. Sometimes it depends what they're doing with the head, but okay. So we're going to keep it nice and relaxed and fluid. Let's go through the routine together. I think we'll start it from here because the first bit's looking fine. Keep it nice and fluid and relaxed. Now when you jump out of the cross, jump, lift this leg here and defend it with that circle. Yeah, now big swipe down, step forward, let it go, come right up, that's great. Turn, stab, again, very easy, natural movement. Make these really big, sweeping moves. Yeah. Round the back. Now, this is a jump, it's a proper jump. Jump onto your left, extend out with the right, pierce, yeah. Now we're going to do that squat down. To squat low, we need to get the feet spread right apart. Usually when we pivot on the heel, but for this one, to get you extra length in the stance, pivot the right on the toe, so left on the heel, right on the toe, makes a longer stance, big circle, down, so there, yeah. Now up, yeah. Pull it back towards your left shoulder, leap forward, and lunge. And lunge out here. Here we go. Now we're going to cover the legs just like with the 10-tail. 1, 2. And this time we bring it around behind the back and do this move again. Had you done that second jump forward before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jump, I haven't done the turn.
Okay, so we've done that before. Flick the foot up, defend the foot. Flick the other foot up, defend. Round behind the back, up to there. Yeah. Let's just add that bit on for now. So I think practice on that for a little bit, and we'll do some more. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm maybe we can take a look through from the start. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So,
I bring my torch if you need to.
okay, yeah, good. First thing, kind of the same as what I was saying to Kyle, that we want to let go. Yeah, just move naturally. Move naturally. Not hold back energy. Not try to control it. Let it go. Try to let go. Now, when you let go, your energy will travel down the weapon, and it really makes it bend. This bends too much because it's too thin. But you get that spring down, spring, and the energy down at the end. Then you know that your chi is moving, your energy is traveling. Get it down. When you do those little kind of skipping jumps forwards, try to really jump lightly. It's a kind of light movement. When you come back, kind of a light jump.
You mean I need to make less noises or I need to jump?
Yeah, but it's not about noise. It's about just a kind of moving lightly. Just this kind of subtlety of the movement. Quick, light movement, quality of movement. Yeah, good. Now, when we do these here. Don't hang around when you're here. Just move fluidly from one to the next. Yeah. Do that once more. Much better. Yeah. Much better. Duck your body out of the way. Duck the body out of the way. That's great, yeah. And let me think. Yeah, do it once more. Right, yeah. Yeah. Your arm. Your left arm. We never want it to be kind of in the way of the blade. So when it's coming over here, it's kind of tucking here by the blunt side. Do that once more. Okay, go back to when it's on this side. Stop. Yeah. Not there. More like that. Yeah. And then as it flicks over, you're there. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well done. Well done, Frisco. Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, good. Yeah, well done. Let's have a look.
There's still a lot happening with the spins. They're all different footwork.
So we're going to constantly be up against the problem that these are just really heavy, and what are we going to do about it? You just got to get used to it. Get the wrist strengthened up. Yeah. So. Right. Try to make the circles as big as possible, and then these circles here, touch the wrist, roll them right around, and that wasn't too good. Hold on. Circle around there. That works. Circle, drop the right on the left. No, drop the left, that's it. Circle, drop the left. Back to where you were. Circle, drop the right on the left, that's it. Block. Block. No. Yes, definitely. We've done the salute. Let's do it. There it is. Okay. Now we break open the weapons, spin, and straight away from there, jump to there. Right on the top. So this is just a spin. We've broken them. Just spin them around out to there.
So you're going right, straight up, without the spin.
No, I shouldn't be doing that. Let's do it again.
Left on top,
That's better. Left on top, left on top, spin, end with the right on top. Pose, right on top, spin, and with the left on top, pose. Yes, that's better. There. That's it, left on top, right on top. Okay. Yep.
we go to the right first. Cross to the right first.
Yep.
Here it works well because one, two steps.
Yep.
When I come up, can I come straight there? Or is missing?
Or do you have to do what? Yeah.
Otherwise I will stand up, spin as I do it.
If you come straight up and turn, then spin to hit down. Yeah?
I come up and I need to turn around.
Yep.
I cannot start spinning. It's already changed. It's already here. And then
It's kind of like as you're finishing the turn, you start to spin, ready to strike down when you're stabilized.
So it's okay that I come up, I kind of load, and then I spin.
Yeah.
Strike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here.
See. Yeah. Step back, make a big circle, and then strike over. Yeah. Step back, big circle, strike over. Circle. Yeah. I think that's good for the moment. Yeah. There you go. Okay. How about I take a quick look?
Yeah, please, please.
Okay, good, good. So,
Still pretty crude, but
yeah, mostly I think we're looking at smoothing it out, just smoothing it out. More, a little bit more movement of the spine, movement of the torso
okay.
at points. So here, we can bend the back.
We want to get
and the
that
torso.
movement.
Back.
Are you using then that back movement as part of,
Yeah.
as I'm coming
Yeah.
around, I can feel all that energy want to come right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
you're using, okay, I wasn't using that at all, okay. Yeah.
the feet are moving as part of the movement, forward, back. The feet are moving, but there's a lot of movement from the tantien. So you're moving from here, torso's coming back, swaying forward, that's coming back again. So on the defensive part of the movement, the head's right back here. On the offensive, the head's forward, the body's forward. Why it's important, the tip's forward, and then we're coming back. Yeah. So we're advancing, coming in, and then coming back out again. So there's a lot of in and out movement with the blade, with the body. Can't really coming forward, coming back.
Now with that particular move, I've been kind of playing just even with and I've been noticing, normally, because I'm used to the Tantao, I'm putting my energy here, but I've noticed if I get that flick of the wrist and then come in, the sword's still vibrating from the strike. Is that?
So we want to keep the energy alive, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, keep the energy alive, keep it moving. Okay, let me think. The left hand is moving as part of the overall movement. So we've got it in the sword fingers, it's following the right, but there's overall movement of the body there, there, there. The whole thing is moving together. Movement from the Tantien, from the core. Both hands kind of moving together. It's not a question of like this hand's moving and the other one's doing something as well. All the movement is coming from the same place, from the core. All the movement from the core. So it's moving both hands together. It's one movement. Near the end. There. 1, 2 and a half. 2 and a half, 3 circles.
Now when you're turning, are you keeping the blade this way, or do you turn it
vertical?
This way?
It's that way.
Okay.
Most of the routine, it's here, because we want to stab this way. We're stabbing this way because you're going to cut through more tendons, tubes, veins, arteries, or whatever. They're mostly running down, so you're cutting through. Just this last one, you pierce for the Tantien, going upright. So then, only for this one, circling with it in that vertical position. When you get up to here, you turn it horizontal again, because we're going to do that stab for the tendon above the knee. Here, you might just miss the tendon. Here, you've got quite a bit of width. You should sever it. You should cut it. Yeah.
And when we do those, we're really extending.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you're really getting that.
You're going for range.
Yeah.
You're going for range, going for extension. It's the same with here. You go for extension, you go for range. So that's the point of all this kind of like footwork that jumps around. You're trying to keep your distance and pop in, yeah, and then defend, back out again, out, in, out again. Sneak in, make the decisive cut, and then get out again. Don't get caught up too much. Yeah. Very much that kind of in and out, hit and run type tactic. Yeah. Get in there, cut, get out again. Yeah.
Right, utilize the longness of the weapon.
Yeah, you got a long blade, length of the blade.
With no shield.
Yep.
Okay.
Interesting to compare this one. I mean, most of the time it's going to be out to the front. So you got that kind of range. Some of the moves where you extend right forward, you know, boom, there. Now a Tantao, you're slicing. You're not got full extension of the blade, you're slicing that way. Much shorter range. Yeah. Shorter. Because you've got to slice out this way. Yeah. No shield, yeah, you're moving around your light. Yeah, the guy with the shield is coming in, let's get close. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had a couple more questions, if that's okay.
Yeah.
What is my intention after we do that figure 8, and then you come back here? I feel like I'm a little lost with kind of what my intention is. I'm understanding that I want to come around and get into kind of this position and step back around, but I guess I'm kind of, sometimes I feel a little lost, like what am I trying to do with the sword here?
Whole thing, yeah. Okay. So, from here, slice.
Yep.
Slice up with the end. Slice up with the other end. Stab. Yeah. Slice, come back, stab. Come around, stab again.
Okay.
If you can get that angle in, that's death, pretty much. You're probably going to slice the carotid arteries, whether you do or not. You're coming down into the lungs. You might even get the heart. Yeah. It doesn't matter that much. Once you come down here, you pierce through that cavity there. You got this stuck right through somebody's lung. And it's massive internal bleeding. Maybe you get an artery. For a pretty good chance. I mean, there's so much vascularization in the lungs. Maybe you get an artery. Maybe you get the tendons. Maybe you even go straight through the heart. But once you've stuck that, 18 inches through somebody's chest, it's job done. Yeah, they're finished. You finished them off. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, there's another one. Turn. And you got quite a close range one there. Yeah. There, if you miss, come back, do it again. Spin around, do it again. Now we got these interesting ones. So we're doing it again from another angle, but we're also using a block there. Block something across and get out of the way. Block something across, get out of the way. Now you're just continuing the circle, but we come into this position for your classic step. So we can maybe think of this as a defense, this as a defense. Now going in for the attack. Stab. Back. Stab.
Okay.
As usual, you have to avoid making any kind of assumption, this is a logical combination in a sword fight. Okay, you've done your turning movement, okay, so now it must be a logical combination that you're going to do that. No, it's not a logical combination at all. Yeah. Defend. If that was a stab, you've got to be really close to somebody. Now for here, you're obviously a long way away from somebody. Is there any logic, they would run away from it? No, it doesn't work like that at all. You're learning how to handle the weapon. You're learning how to do moves with the weapon. You're learning how to flow from one move to the next. As for what your opponent's doing, you better watch. You better watch what he's doing and don't make any assumptions. Yeah. Yeah. Any more questions?
Not on the straight sword.
No.
I don't know if now is a good time. I had not really a technical question, more of an opinion on the
About
daggers.
daggers, yeah.
One particular move
Mm-hmm.
where it's actually down the side, and there's this stab, and then I
Yep.
was kind of taught this jump,
Yes.
but that video you sent me kind of made me think of, I don't know if you remember, you sent me, I think Priska and I sent these two women doing a dagger routine. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
different
Yep.
routine, but there are
Yep.
quite a few similar moves.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And they did this kind of spinning instead of, and I didn't know if, from your opinion, if one was, and then it goes into this move. Just because I don't really know what I'm aiming for with spinning it over my head with the daggers.
Right. Yeah. Just do it one time
Yeah.
with either the jump or the spin, but just do the move.
Yeah, so here.
Yeah. So could you do it one more time? I need to look at it more closely.
Yeah.
One more time.
And
Yeah. So
so there's this, yeah.
yeah. Right.
But I'm,
Now, so there's a point about spinning them over the head. In order to get a good cut, you've got to kind of have a circle, create a circle. Now, do they need to go over the head? No. You could just bring them in front of the face. Now, a tantao, you defend behind your back, but it's not a tantao. You can't defend behind your back with a dagger. So it would be perfectly okay to do it like that. I mean, if you want to bring them over your head, you can.
mm-hmm.
You want to bring them in front of your face, why not? Then we've got this question. Okay. Do I jump or do I spin?
Okay.
Whatever works better for you.
So we definitely want to have this motion, because the spin I was doing more of a this.
Ah,
Doesn't really get
okay.
at all the same amount of energy.
All right, well, let's answer that question. Yeah. If we come around like this, we're not generating any kind of whip. There's
No,
no
just
energy.
from that hip turn.
If we come around and we're getting this kind of movement, yeah. Now there's movement from the shoulders, there's movement from the waist. Then there's the energy, there's where the energy's coming. Yeah. Now try to look at the footwork a bit better. See the jump there. If we jump, there's a spin.
Yeah.
There's a spin around the foot, and then it comes out into there. If we don't jump, we'd still want a bit of a spin. So you just got to figure out how to do a spin without the jump. Not doing it brilliantly well. Bit of practice. Spin, spin. And then we've got to spin the weapon as well. Spin, spin. And you got a bit of practice, you get it?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Or,
I just stick with the jump.
I mean, I quite like taking off, yeah. And then
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
do it, yeah. Land down, get your stability, and then let it go. You got to be coiled up. The spring's got to be coiled. You land down, and then you release the spring.
Yeah. I'm seeing a big difference from how you're jumping and how I was jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting more of that momentum. I was kind of, my energy was going more up.
Right. Yep.
And then coming down, and yours is going more lateral. It flows way
Yeah.
better, obviously.
So we got to store energy in the body, so let it go.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If you do that, that's good kung fu. If you don't do it, it's bad kung fu. This is the whole thing about storing energy in the belt channel. You're really just twisting your waist, using it like a spring, letting it go. Store it up, let it go. Comes back. It's the principle thing again. You come back to basic principles. There we are. Store it up, let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, that helped a lot,
All right.
actually.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for
Thanks a
seeing
lot.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll split it away. Okay. Okay. So we just go straight into learning a little bit more. Now we've got the spinning move. We've got the spin. Come from here. We come back. Do a block like that. If you lunge at me with that blade, like a lunge, a stab, you block it that way. So you come up there. Slightly put your foot across, one foot in front of the other. Block across, continue round, spinning around, and block again. A second block. So do the stab. There we go. There's the block. Now stab again. Second block. Yeah. You spin round, do it again, basically. Another way to look at it. Stab. I'm closing in, and that's there just in case. Yeah. And from there, let's just do this together. It's not quite as easy as it looks. Step, turn, roughly a horse riding stance here, and that's come across again. Let's do that again. Maybe watch me one time. Step, turn, and block across again. Other foot, there, yeah. Step in front, block, turn, block right across in front. Okay. Now from there, take a step forward and bring it down like this. Yeah. Yeah. So watch one time, please. From there, to there. Give it a try. And step forward, forward, bring it over your shoulder, yeah. Roughly we're bringing it in this little corner between the neck and the shoulder, down there, through that little corner. Try that once more. Yeah, keep it going. Right, okay. Brought it up to there. Now step forward. You're kind of coiled up, uncoil, unwind, and throw it as far out to the front as you can. Yeah. That's great. If you just kind of bring it out there and spin around the wrist, very little power. If you bring the power from your waist and throw your arm right out as far as you can, you get a lot of power. Yeah. Uncoil, let it go. There. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Quick question.
Yep.
I guess when you stab, is it good to keep the elbow in as well?
I'd keep the elbow downwards, because we don't want to damage the elbow by straightening it there.
Okay.
Keep the elbow down, but you extend the arm.
Yeah.
It straightens out, yeah.
Okay.
Straighten out the reach. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Work on that, but work on the whole thing up to there. We're doing well. We're getting through it fairly fast, yeah. Oh, that was a bad step. Yeah. Okay, very good. When you come down to here, pause for a moment.
Yeah.
A slightly longer pause. Draw someone into the trap, tempt them in, and then suddenly let it go. Suddenly, bam, project out. You want to get the idea of lure someone into the trap, wait for them to come to range, and then it's got to be a sudden, explosive releasing of the trap. Yeah. Yeah, there. 1, 2, 3, and then.
Touch almost to your body.
We don't want to touch the blade to there at all. So it's kind of there, hand near the shoulder, hand near the hand is near the shoulder, so that you're not, yeah, and then from there, bam, down it goes. Yeah, that's right. You kind of think of it in that position there, coming out, not, okay, sorry.
Yes.
No, that's not so good, so it's more like there. And you're not in danger of cutting yourself when you come out to there.
Yeah.
There.
Definitely help.
Never a good technique to point that blade towards yourself.
Yes, I would think about it. And
we want to actually slightly show the back because you want to make yourself look really vulnerable so someone's about to come in, yeah, stab for your back, and that's when you go. And as you drop, yeah, my target's disappeared, and then you're going to get me.
So you really turn back to it.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Keep smoothing it out. Here you can really bend your back if your back bends quite well. Yeah. There. Bend. Out, yeah. Gradually smooth it out, yeah. But it's got to be smooth and fluid. And don't overdo it. Don't overdo it.
And it's really hard to not to keep the arm out of it.
Yeah. Do it again. Do it continuously without stopping. There. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I think so.
Oi.
Do you have any advice about how to just change from two hands to one? It's so
From at the start or at the end? Okay, so there.
every time
Right, okay.
it's really not equal.
So we're holding, and then we transfer to the other hand. Yeah. And there, you put in. I mean, at what point you put it to the other one is up to you. But trying to do, I mean, that won't work. Well, you've got to turn this one around. You've got to turn it around. So hold them both, and then transfer. Then you've got your spin. At the end,
At the end, we don't bring them back.
that's true, isn't it? Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. That's just, yeah, getting it confused with the straight side. There, yeah. All right. I think we're about on time. We're about done. Yeah. Finish the one you're on, guys. Finish the one you're on. We'll take our break. Well done, guys. Well done. Here we go. Bow. And we'll put the weapons back and have our little teachers' meeting. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Hey everyone, look at that beautiful landscape. It's where we train. It's in Thailand. We're doing Kung Fu every day. We love it. And that was the teacher training. So if you want to become a Kung Fu teacher, Qigong teacher, learn some awesome weapons, just check the website or subscribe. Thanks. Bye bye.